What would you say would be one of your favorite lip syncs of all time in honor of tonight's challenge or this week's challenge?
One of my favorites, and I'm actually taking to a throwback. One of my favorites I think about all the time is when Manila did MacArthur Park.
Why is that? That's one of my favorites, but that's not my
I
chosen one.
I
But
loved
yes,
it.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm a
Mine
big
would
Donna
be
Summer fan, so I loved it.
okay. Mine would
Mhm.
be Nina, Bonina, and Aja with the titties
Okay. Yeah.
because that was a really good one to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
So you know I got to lean in.
What's up, everybody? It's me again, and it's time to lean in, bitch. We're here for RuPaul's Drag Race episode. I don't know because it's been like 50 episodes this season.
Right.
So wherever we are in the season is where we are. How you doing today, Maya? On this lovely Sunday. Usually it'll be Saturday, but it's Sunday. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm so excited to talk about this episode. For me, this has been the best episode of the season so far, so I'm excited
Mm.
to get into it.
Well, it was owed to us after the terrible episode that we chose not to review last week. Thank
Because it was
God.
that bad.
Yeah, we ain't gonna get into last week's episode like that. But being that it is Snatch Game, one of the biggest challenges in every season of Drag Race, it's gonna happen.
Hmm.
You know, if you go on Drag Race, you're gonna get into
Highly
Snatch Game if
anticipated.
you make it to the top 8, 7, right at time. Do you think it was the worst? Would you agree in saying that it was the worst Snatch Game in the history of Drag Race, or no?
I, yeah, I'm gonna have to say it was the worst because everybody was bad, and even Deja Skye that did a
It was
serviceable
still only
performance, it was just
okay.
okay.
Only okay. And I mean, I'm gonna say
Mm.
this: there hasn't been many snatch games in the last few seasons that I have enjoyed because I will say the last one I can think of would probably be when what's her name, Naomi was Wendy. That was one of my the last one that I
Okay.
feel like was truly good to me.
Yeah.
But other than that, it's just kind of been okay. But I feel like the fact that I didn't enjoy it, you didn't enjoy it, people didn't enjoy it, RuPaul didn't enjoy it. It's terrible for it to be the 14th season, and I really hope that the girls in season 15 bring their A game because that
Please.
is a slap in the face and very embarrassing as a
Yeah.
cast. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But we chose not to review it, not to talk about it. You went to the show and watched it with because Diabetes was at Mickey's last week, right? What did the audience give when watching it? Like, what was their reaction when you were there?
It was like silence the whole time. Like people were just watching it like this is not
Yeah,
it. And of course, because Mickey's is mainly a white audience. So
yeah,
like I was like the only one somewhat enjoying Lil Jon because they know who Lil Jon is, but it's
yeah.
different. So I was the only one like kikiing and cackling with the Lil Jon, but everything else it
Yeah.
was just like
You know,
crickets.
Deja. So Deja is mixed. She's black and white, I believe. I believe
Yeah.
she said that at the very beginning of her, like in her intro. So at
Yeah.
first I was like, wait a minute, what? Then I was like, oh yeah, okay, so that's fine. She can do Lil Jon. It's all
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was curious. So if you don't know, if you're watching, me and Maya go to Mickey's typically every Friday. We go watch the show there. There's always the
Mhm.
best. It was Diabetic was there last week. How was Diabetic?
Loved her, and I actually like her, and it's always so surprising to me. I didn't realize how much people didn't like her,
Mhm.
but I liked her a lot.
You
Like
didn't
she was
realize
so
that?
I didn't because I
It's
like
people, it's
her.
people that want her head, child. One person we know, we mutually know. I
Right, but I like her.
don't
That's
have
why
a
I'm like, it was a surprise to me that people don't like her. But I
so,
live for her coming to Mickey's.
right. So I'm gonna say this. So kind of getting into this week's episode. I mean, overall, Dahlia is doing, what many queens do. I do feel like it's probably going to hurt her. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, it's TV, it's reality TV, it's a competition. We
Hmm.
want drama, right? And she's kind of bringing
Right.
drama because if it ain't drama, they're gonna be like, this is RuPaul's best friend race. They're gonna say,
Exactly.
so it's like I can't get mad at her now. She I started this season not really caring for her, and then I kind of live
Mhm.
for her, and then I kind of feel like sometimes she doesn't know when it's okay to be that girl, but she
Mhm.
doesn't know when to stop, and she doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Especially as it relates to like Jasmine and just her opinions, because there's nothing wrong with having an opinion, but
Mhm.
I'm glad she got her win, almost 2 wins. But at this point, I'm kind of tired of hearing her talk. That's just how. But I do like it. It seems like people like the queens outside of the show still kind of like her.
Mhm.
Trinity, we saw Friday. I feel like Trinity was kind of giving her things while also being like she's annoying. Um,
Mhm.
Even in Pit Stop, I watched it with Silky and Monet, and Silky was kind of like Silky and Monet kind of felt like they really weren't feeling Daya. But then remember when Bosco was there at Mickey's like
Right.
weeks ago, she applauded Daya and kind of shaded Jasmine. So I'm curious to know like how things have happened since they stopped filming, just like the relationships. I hope they have a reunion because I'm curious to see like how things will go.
Right. Yeah. We'll
I don't know.
see. Because I agree with Daya when she's going off on folks. Like, not so much when she was complaining about not having a win, but when she's saying things about other people and kind of her opinions, she's always speaking facts to me. So I
Well,
don't understand why people are mad about it, but hey.
I think certain things I agree, certain things I don't. When she was complaining about being safe too much, blah. Okay.
Yeah, right.
When she was complaining about George's wearing an outfit and winning and Jasmine
She was
winning,
right about that.
she was right about that. Now, in this episode, she's complaining that she felt like she should have been in the bottom. She feels like she gave a safe performance. Who was her character again? I forgot.
Ozzy Osbourne. Now I will say she did
She,
have a safe Ozzy compared to the rest.
and I think that's what she. And I think
Yeah.
that's what she was going at. But the fact that the winner didn't do that well, honestly, if you're gonna make her safe,
Yeah.
then let's just not have a winner at all, and let's just put them all on the bottom. To be honest, because
Really, yeah.
Lil Jon was more relatable, kind of slick, funny
And an
character.
easier because Lil Jon in general is funny, just like his little
Right,
ad libs, like it's easy to make the joke.
right,
So it was not hard for her to do.
right. Very much so. So I agree, but I mean, in this case, girl, my thing is I always hate when queens feel like they are RuPaul and they have so much of a voice and their
Hmm.
opinion matters. It's like it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's okay. It would be okay if she just started venting, but she's been venting the whole season, and that's what I'm tired of. So,
Yeah.
nonetheless, she's in the bottom. All the ladies. So we last week we found out that there's going to be the lip sync. This week they announced it. Deja's safe. We've seen this before,
Hmm.
where I think it was All Stars 4, where Manila and Monet were safe, and the other girls had the lip sync.
Yeah.
However, this one is very different, and they're kind of going into it
Hmm.
not knowing what's going to happen, right?
Right.
So at this moment, Deja is all giddy. She throwing her little jokes, throwing her little shade. I'm like, okay. I mean, because honestly, if you were safe, would you be poking a little fun too? What would you be doing?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie, I would. Cause you chilling and everybody else like, oh Lord, we don't know what's about to happen. We don't know how this is about to go. And you just like, well, not my problem. So good luck.
I mean, I would be too, especially if I won. Like, girl, listen, I'm sorry that y'all in the
Yeah.
bottom, but I'm good. That's just how I look
Right.
at it.
Exactly.
So there's not much in the episode itself other than the SmackDown. So we're gonna get into that. We don't have videos because copyright, but I do have some pictures. And if you watch the episode, you watch it. So just follow our comments here with these pictures, and you'll be okay. I didn't even say earlier, but don't forget to like this video, by the
Of
way.
course, always.
If you're watching, hit the like button and hit the subscribe button to be always on notice about when we post videos and what shows we're doing. Okay. All right, so they all have on their little lip sync SmackDown gear, and everybody kind of had on something easy to move in. Seems like everybody put
Smart.
on, smart. Nobody had on anything that was just too much. I thought Lady Camden had a bit of a much on, in my opinion, but hey, that's her.
Right.
Deja had on like she wasn't lip syncing, but
But
that I would have not.
no.
What did she bring that for? What was the purpose of that to bring
And I
out?
feel like with her thing is always the wig never goes with the outfit.
Never.
I feel like the outfit could have looked a little better had she had a better wig.
Yeah.
Like, she just don't know how to match her outfits with her wigs, but that's neither here nor there.
Right. But she's safe. She goes to the back
Yeah.
and she gets to watch the lip syncs. So RuPaul explains the rules, and the rules are very different than what I thought. The rules are that there will be lip syncs, and the loser has to keep lip syncing until they either win or until they're out of completely. So that means that somebody was going to lose a lip sync 3 times, and then they will be out because there are the way they're doing it. They had what? How many? Two, 3, then 2s again, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
So so I was kind of gagged, and we find out, which we kind of get into it, that the person, so how they do it is they pull a name or out with the balls.
Yeah, it's like the little bingo ball.
Big old balls, right? And so the first person that they pull is Jasmine Kennedy. And so the whole crowd, we was at Mickey's last week.
It was like, oh Lord.
She about to pick Daya. And I mean, it's not surprising that she picked Daya. I would too. I mean, storyline purposes and the fact that she kind of been picking at her, I would go ahead and pick her too, because I feel like Jasmine felt very confident about lip sync. She's won she's been in 2 or 3 now.
She's won 3.
Right. So at this point, she was kind of confident. And plus, Daya, she loves the fact that she want to put Daya in her place. I get it. Without physically fighting her, lip sync it out and show who's the better queen. Now, what she don't know is, because she does choose Daya, is that the person that she chooses gets to choose the song.
That was the gag. That was the face crack. I lived.
So Jasmine chooses Daya, and Daya chooses the song. And smart of Daya to choose a song that Jasmine can't do all that
all that dancing,
because Jasmine is a dancing queen, and it's nothing. It's nothing. Not saying she can't be, she can't give emotion and give feeling, but more than likely her go-to is to dance. That's her idea of being able to lip sync. So she chooses Respect. There were many options, by the way, but she chooses Respect by Aretha Franklin, and I'm like, okay. So what did you think?
I lived for the lip sync. Of course, like we've said, we were at Mickey's and everybody was just rooting for Jasmine. But I'm watching it like, no, Daya's wearing her out in this song right now.
I think everybody was rooting for Jasmine, but I think everybody knew that the winner was gonna go to Daya, just because there's a couple of reasons. One, I'm gonna say I don't know if Jasmine knew the words, and if she did know the words, you couldn't tell. You couldn't tell. It was she was so focused on. First of all, it's Aretha Franklin. So
Aretha Franklin ain't doing all that boom cat. No, she's not.
You can incorporate that, but don't make it all what your lip sync is all about. And also, if you watch the lip sync, Daya was in front of her a lot. Like a lot. She was kind of like blocking her, and it's like Jasmine kept trying to struggle and fight for the front, and it just wasn't working. You know what I'm saying? And so personally, I kind of knew that Daya was going to win, just based off the fact that Jasmine, in other words, she was giving you stunts and stuff, and I'm like, Jasmine relied on it, but in the end, Daya did take the win.
Yep.
And rightfully so. I'm sorry whether you hate Daya or not. Torian, my best friend, was upset, child, because he don't like Daya. But realistically, in this lip sync, Jasmine lost, and that's just
sure did
what it is. It's, is what it is. So, did you have any other thoughts about that lip sync? Because I thought it wasn't the best lip sync. It wasn't like, oh my god, everything. It's just that it was a clear winner in my eyes. I don't think it could have went either way.
Yeah. It was a very clear winner. Daya knew the words for one.
She knew the words.
Understood the emotion and the meaning of the song.
I don't even think she understood the emotion though. I think she just knew the words.
I did.
Because she was just like, ooh, he kissing, sweeter than mine. I'm like, to me, this is not emotion. It's just.
Well, to me, it's like what the song means, like, put some respect on my name. RESPECT.
So easy. She gave it. I'm like,
she gave it to me. It wasn't the best, but it was definitely better. It was definitely a clear winner here.
Yeah. And so she wins poor Jasmine face crack has a lip sync
Another
again.
face crack.
And that's just, I'm sure that just sucks because to me, what this gives at this moment is that of this storyline, of this battle, Daya has won the storyline.
Oh yeah, because you was running that
Unfortunately,
mouth.
she was ready. It's sad to see. So,
I love it.
I mean, I wasn't rooting for. I liked seeing her go back and forth, but it was like it would have been a better, to see the. I don't think either one of them are the good guys, the good girls, because they're both kind of like they both kind of my nerves. But Jasmine had more of the fan support than Daya, and so she will be more of the face and wrestling, or like the good guy, the person that will come out and but child, the villain won in the end, and that's
it was the humbling for me, and I loved it.
right. So that's that on that. So then we get the second lip sync, and they pull Willow Peel. And this song, Willow Peel has to choose somebody, and I'm like, who's she gonna choose? I was excited to see Willow lip sync. She chose Bosco. Actually, Willow was hoping that she would be the person that would be chosen so she could choose the
song. Right.
Bosco, she chooses Bosco, and Bosco somehow chooses the song that she wanted. Well, that's what Willow says. And so they choose Never Too Much. This was the one song when I saw the list at the beginning that I was the most excited to see. And it's just like, just because I love the song, if you play Grand Theft Auto Vice City like I did back in the day, or even just grew up back in that time, like this was the damn shit. So I was excited to see, although I would have rather it went to Angeria.
Yeah, I wanted to see her do some.
I would have rather seen, see my color queen do it, give it some emotion, just because I feel like it would have been a good lip sync either way. I feel like she would have made it really fun. But the lip sync that happened was pretty good. Now I've seen a couple of discussions about Willow versus Bosco with Never Too Much. Willow wins. What do you think about the lip sync?
Again, it was deserved because Willow just gave the song the vibe that you kind of expect, just like old school auntie jamming vibes, whereas Bosco, I think, was trying to be too sexy.
Yeah.
And it wasn't working because this song isn't a sexy song, if that makes sense.
It seemed to, this is the first lip sync for Bosco. I'll save my comments for the later one, but I thought I enjoyed Willow. I thought Willow had a good time. I'm not gonna say she gave just the full essence of the song, but I think she, put her little hair, she gave us a little moments, ding, 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 ding. She getting a little
right.
Like I felt more like, okay, I'm enjoying this more. But when I watched the pit stop, they said that Bosco should have won. They said they actually was shocked that Willow won. They as in Silky and Monet. And I'm just trying to understand. I watched it again. I'm like, did I miss something? But no, like
no.
And I was confused just because Monet and Silky, they went up. They both love Never Too Much. They both Black queens. I'm trying to understand where did they get
that thought process.
But hey, that's their opinion. They can have it. Personally, I thought Willow won by a long shot. And even Torian, like I mentioned him again, he loves Bosco and felt like Willow ate her. I mean, because she lip sync. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do too much. She gave us little moments. Rupaul was laughing. It's an easy win. And so she wins.
Yeah.
Bosco did win. Sorry. And Bosco with this damn corset and Brian Penny, I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it.
It just, it didn't. Yeah, Willow won by landslide. That's really all there is to say about it.
Yeah.
All right.
I agree. I'm sorry, Bosco. Anyone that thinks she should have won, I don't agree at all that she should have won. She didn't. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't.
No, it wasn't. It just wasn't it for this.
Okay. So then we get the next lip sync, which are the three girls that have not lip synced at all. And it's actually George's, Angeria, and Lady Camden. Now, I didn't know how this is gonna go for many reasons because I thought that I was hoping that we wouldn't get a three-way lip sync because I hate them. Ever since season 11, I believe, when they had 5 girls up there, 6 girls up there.
Oh my God.
That was a hot ass mess, and I hate to see. I can't focus on 3 people. It's hard to focus on 2 when you have one doing well.
Right.
But they pull a name. The name it shows is George's. George's chooses the song. The world thought she was gonna choose "Love Don't Cost a Thing," but
Right.
she didn't choose "Love Don't Cost a Thing." She chose "Radio," and I was like, "Oh, okay, Radio."
Okay.
So, what did you think of this lip sync? Because what did you think? Go ahead.
Oh, now this lip sync, I would say it was close. I feel like each queen held their own pretty well with the song. Like I
Yeah,
said, I was definitely surprised that she did
one person.
radio,
Oh, Radio. Okay.
but yeah, because everybody just knew she was gonna do Love Don't Cost a
Well,
Thing.
because she
But
just praises J Lo. She says she does J Lo all the time. So I'm very, very surprised. But I agree. Like I said, what Silky said, I feel like she chose that strategically because she could outdance them on radio. You know what I'm saying?
that's true.
Love Don't
Yeah.
Cost a Thing, you can dance, but that's like a song where you kind of gotta give a vibe. It's up tempo ish, but it's not like a dancing song.
And also, I've noticed George is just like Jasmine, focuses more on the dancing
Of course.
rather than the words.
Yeah. I didn't see
That's
her
always
do
the
not
thing.
one word.
No.
I felt like Lady Camden and Ingeria gave more words lip sync. I
Mhm.
do feel like Ingeria was trying to keep up with what's her name? George's. I feel like had she just
Mhm.
focused on the lip sync, because like even in her confession, she was like, I'm giving George's this, like, because I hate that this season they have made it seem like George's and Jasmine are like just these lipstick assassins, but they really not.
They're not.
They just
They
can
just
dance,
dance.
and the other girls, they're not really lipstick assassins to me. Neither one of them. I have not enjoyed any of their lip syncs at all.
Right.
They just happen to win, and to be told, they're like the weakest girls here right now. But that's just me.
Honestly.
Um, so the winner is George's. I thought it was going to be George's and Ingeria. I thought there would be 2 winners, but there's just 1 winner. And I was just like, oh, this is a mess. Like, Ingeria got a lip sync again. Lady Cammy got a lip sync. And these are 2 of my favorites. And so George's wins and she goes into the back. And I'm like, oh.
Right. I can believe Ingeria didn't win, honestly, but
I can believe it.
whatever.
I just don't. I don't feel like George's outshined her at all. Like, I don't.
No, not at all. But
That's the
you
deal.
know.
I don't know. So she proceeds to in the competition. Lady Camden and Angeria have to lip sync again. Then Lady Camden has to choose a name, right? And I believe she chooses Bosco. And then I didn't know who Lady Camden's gonna choose. I was like, I hope she don't choose Angeria, but I don't see Angeria as much of a threat in lip sync. She has a lot of charisma.
Yeah.
She's very fun, but I don't think she's that much of a threat in a lip sync. But she chooses Bosco, and Bosco chooses "Don't Let Go" by In Vogue. That was a good lip sync. And I do want to say, so they have been doing a really good job. Like when they have these kind of episodes where they like have the lip sync SmackDowns, the lip syncs for these are typically very, very good. They're better than when they're actually in the season. This is the song choices. So shout out to who does that. Should probably incorporate some of these types of songs into the show, because some of these lip syncs would be so much better, but it'd be songs that be like, it's like they put songs to please the artist that's there or stuff like that. As a guest host, I wish they would just give us some good songs. But Don't Let Go by In Vogue. How did you feel?
I loved this. Now let me start by saying I wish Ingeria would have did this one too, but she didn't. So but it was good. This is such a soulful song, and I feel like Lady Camden did a really, really good job just kind of embodying the words, and just she gave it for me.
She did. And she people forget that Lady Camden is a dancer too. She does like a lot of like ballet. She has like a lot of point too, and so she incorporated that. She loved a little leg kick now, but she incorporated that into her lip syncing. I thought she embodied the song way better than Bosco, and I was happy to see.
Hmm.
And I was sad to see Bosco lose. I like Bosco, but it was just like, damn, girl, you didn't win. So mhm,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Um. Okay. Well, then the last lip sync before the final lip sync leaves Angeria and what's her name, Jasmine.
Yeah.
And I was interested because I was like, I hope that Jasmine don't send Angeria because this is gonna come between Angeria and Bosco. And Bosco and Angeria are like the top two.
I like both of
I
them a
like both of
lot.
them, although Bosco maybe shouldn't have won one of the challenges she won, but they
Right.
I do like them both. So they actually do the last song on the list, which is J Lo, Love Don't Cost. Is it Love? Yeah, Love Don't Cost.
Yeah, love don't cost a
Yeah,
thing.
Love Don't Cost a
Yeah.
thing. I'm like, what song is that, child? Oh, wrong song. And the lip sync was okay to me. I still didn't care for it being like everything. But what did you think of the lip sync of them two?
Now with this one, once again, Jasmine don't know the words.
Oh, hold on.
She don't know the words. Oh no, you're good. And she just focused too much on dancing. And we mentioned earlier, this isn't really a dancey song.
Yeah, it's not. This is why
That's the
Georges didn't
problem.
choose it because Georges knew that she
She
wasn't
wanna
gonna be able
dance.
to. Right, she was smart, but yeah, unfortunately, Jasmine didn't catch the hint and she just started dancing again. Now she did give us this little pop right here.
I didn't live for this. Everybody lived for it. I'm just like,
I didn't live for it
okay.
either. It didn't look. I
It
didn't live
looks
for it either. But
awkward.
yeah, but Daya Beatty lived for it. Daya Beatty said it was high. I'm like, girl, what?
Girl,
Not
where?
as high. So yeah, and Julia wins the lip sync, and it
Hmm.
said Jasmine loses another lip sync, which means she's gonna be going against Bosco.
Yeah.
Um, Injury is safe. I'm glad Injury is safe, but I do think
Yes.
Injury is very one note where her lip sync sometimes. I want to see she loves to squat down and give you a look, I'm just like, okay, like I want to see her do something different. But then again, the songs that she gets, then when she has to lip sync, she's lip synced twice, right? This time, right? And
Yes.
then she had her little, her challenge at the beginning of the talent show to her song. I'm adding that in because she did lip sync her own song, but I want to see her do some with some feeling and some soul or some other than like because she's not a dancer and it shows. But
Yeah.
I don't know. So the last lip sync is against Jasmine and Bosco, and they got what song
Hmm.
was it by Diana Ross?
Swept Away by
Swept Away
Diana Ross.
by Diana
Hmm.
Ross, and I'm like, okay, this is the RuPaul song. I don't know
Right.
this song
RuPaul
that
loves his
well. I
Diana.
know of it, but I don't know this song that well. But
Right.
the lip sync actually was pretty good. It was probably one of my favorites of the night.
Oh yeah, it was. It definitely
But
was.
not because of Jasmine, who decides that she wants to camp it up at the end. And I'm like, you
Make
should
it make
probably
sense.
do what you do best. Like, I get you trying to do something different, but the issue is not that you are one note with your lip sync. The issue is that you are putting she don't know how to switch it up. She don't know how to
No.
switch it up by the song. When you lip sync, you know what I'm saying? If you're doing a show on your own and at a club, then you can do what you want. But when you're competing on Drag Race, you kind of have to switch it up as you maneuver through the competition, because you're gonna get
Right.
different
Yeah.
type of songs. And I think she got lost in, oh my God, they're probably tired of seeing me dance. When really it's not about you dancing, it's about you're not giving what needs to be gave on this song.
You're not getting the vibes of each song.
Correct.
That's
So
the problem.
this. I mean, I get it. It could be a lot, but when you're in the moment, but I feel like this is her downfall because Bosco really ate the girl up, child. And it wasn't even
And
like that song
woo,
was even giving that. But I mean, Bosco was giving you stripper moves, and she was
okay.
eating it. Like I didn't have any issue with what she was doing. I
None.
loved it.
It was so good.
I thought it was a good lip sync. I really wasn't even paying attention to Jasmine at all, honestly.
I wasn't either. Yeah, Bosco, she really did the song justice, especially because anytime there's anything Diana Ross related, you have to bring it because RuPaul does not play about Diana Ross.
Yeah.
And I feel like Bosco really did a good job. Like she brought the sexiness of the song, but not too much.
Yeah.
And she just wasn't all over the place. Like anytime I looked at Jasmine, I'm like, what is she doing? Like she was just all over the place where Bosco
Yeah, I was
was
lost.
really in
I didn't know what she
control.
was doing. I was like, what is she doing? I was very
Yeah.
much so. Is she gonna jump from there? I don't
Yeah,
know.
and I think that's something with Jasmine. Like she can dance, but a lot of the time it
It's
just
wild.
looks very sporadic. Yes, very wild. Whereas Bosco is very in control of her body, in control of her moves.
Very much
And you
so.
can tell she's thinking about it,
She's
but
very
not
fluent.
overthinking.
She kind of was moving with the song, and I feel like
Yes.
Jasmine is like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I'm gonna do this. Like it flowed into like she did something. It was just like she kind of twirled into a like a death drop thing. You know what I'm saying? It was just so fluent, and I feel like
Yeah.
with her, she was like, oh yeah, shit. Let me death drop. Oh, ooh, let me hit a cartwheel, and then let me. I was like,
It's
no,
just sporadic, whereas
yeah.
Bosco just flows.
Yeah, Bosco won, and I'm
As she
glad.
should.
I'm kind of glad that Jasmine's going home, but she got a chocolate, and I'm like,
Lord, the chocolate.
if somebody don't go home today, I am done with fucking show. But luckily, she had chocolate, and I'm like, thank God. I think she was one of the ones that I projected to have the gold chocolate, Jasmine. I felt like they were keeping her around for that. So I'm curious to know who the hell got this fucking chocolate and what episode are they going to reveal it? Because I mean, it's what's this? It's down to 7 now. 7.
Finally 7. Yeah.
7. So we are almost at the end of the competition. We got about a good 4 episodes. Well, probably 5. If somebody coming back, somebody getting saved. So I don't know.
Right. We'll see how it goes, child.
Yeah.
But this season is dragging. But this was a really good episode. I'm really glad.
You know what? They need to incorporate this type of stuff into every season because
they do. It was so entertaining.
Drag, yeah. Whoever this episode, the producing this episode, it was really good. Like Drag Race, we love those challenges and stuff like that where they do acting and all the other stuff. But drag it's about lip syncing, honey. Lip syncing is the core of drag.
It's about performing.
So
yeah.
they need to really I think they can do this show for 50 more years as long as we're getting episodes like this. It's just it is like they need to incorporate something like this into every season where the girl, like, you know what I'm saying, the girls that went home got every lip sync to get it needs to be a staple in every season because thoroughly entertained. I felt like it's gonna be good. I'm glad me and you watched it at Mickey's. It was good to watch other people. Mickey's gives Super Bowl.
Everybody was so excited. It was good.
It was just a good feeling. So kudos to this episode and kudos to everybody that stayed. Shout out to Jasmine. I didn't really care too much for Jasmine after a while. I think when she comes back for All Stars or something, I think she's gonna be really good. I ain't saying she's gonna win. I don't think she'll win a baby. But
she could be she'll probably be better.
Way more polished, I think, than what she did.
And hopefully she'll learn from her mistakes.
Hope she'll learn to not look so old, even being like 21, because she gives me
Southern Queen.
Her name Kennedy Davenport. Like Kennedy Davenport, the Kennedy Davenport has a very soulful drag. And her issue sometimes is kind of like making it look young, but at least Kennedy can say she's an older drag queen. She's been around. Jasmine is too damn young to be given 50-year-old drag.
Exactly. I don't know where it came from, but I'm excited to see her come back when she makes some tweaks and changes after her experience on this season.
Very much so. Okay. Yeah. Well, next week is the Rusical. It's Moulin Rouge. So I'm excited. I do love the Rusical episode, so I'm excited for that. I may go to Mickey's and watch it this week too, because we'll just see. But it's 7 girls, and we got now. The thing is, it's a Rusical child. We got rid of one of the best dancers, so George is in there. But I don't know. George is not good at multitasking, so I don't know who you think going home next week.
Because it's a Rusical, I have to kind of think of it that way. I could see Georges being in the bottom for sure. I don't know about going home, but I can see her being in the bottom because her, when it comes to dancing and doing words, that's not her strong suit. So
Yeah,
we'll see. They love her so much though, so I really don't know how this is gonna go.
I feel like we haven't seen a top front runner in the bottom. And I feel like whether it be Angeria or whether it be maybe even Bosco or Willow, I feel like one of them is going to be in the bottom next week.
Because you know what? Yeah, Willow hasn't been in the bottom yet. So
yeah,
maybe.
I guess. Yeah, and she's good at she's good at a lot of shit, but I don't know. I don't know who's gonna be in the bottom next week. I don't know who's going home, but I feel like they could go ahead and send Deja her luggage. Personally, I do applaud her for the little win that she got for Snatch Game, but Deja, anytime before that, well, outside of the win she should have got, it's about time for her to go on home. But she, to me, is not a winner, baby. She's cool, but no.
Yeah. We'll see.
I feel like Lady Canada may win next week. I don't know. We'll see. So
yeah, we'll see.
Okay, well, we're gonna go ahead and lay it out. That's all we got to talk about. There's nothing else from this episode. Good episode. Can't wait for next week. If you're watching this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe as well, so you can know all the time when we posting new shit, whether it be Drag Race, Housewives, all of the shows we cover. Just make sure you subscribe, like the video.
Period.
Comment in the bottom. Let us know what you thought about the episode and what was your favorite lip sync of the night. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Maya, thank you for doing this today on this Sunday, and I will see you and everybody else who's watching later.
Hi.